As many of you know that I'm in law enforcement, and yesterday we got another call over the radio that we had a drowning. I say we, it's Turner Falls, it's the city of Davis, but it's within the county, and usually any calls, we try to respond and try to help. But this call come out as a drowning. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got another package in the mail today. As many of you know that Leighton and Addison watch tons of other channels, and here lately they've been watching Orange Family Homestead, and Houston and his dad Daniel had been putting out minnow traps. So the kids have been on me for a little while to get them some, so I actually broke down and purchased a couple of them the other day. So that's what we've got in this box, is some minnow traps. They're not very big. We just started out with some small ones just to try it out and see what they're like. I think they'll work. So we're going to go down here today and set a couple of these out and see if we can catch some minnows.
We're going to go bye-bye. Come here, help me. Help me. Braylee. Here, come hold one. You want to hold this one? Yeah. There you go.
Alright, so what we do is you find these two ends here.
Oh.
Put that in.
Come here, Braylee.
It's real windy here in Oklahoma today. That's just about every day, but we'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on our video and watching it. It means a lot to us.
I forgot the bread.
We hope you like and share our videos with other people. This is family content, basically kind of like a family vlog. So we just got down to the creek and Leighton said I forgot the bait. He says they use bread to put in a basket. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but I'm going to take his word. He says that he's seen Daniel and them actually put bread in his minnow baskets. So we're going to try it out and see what happens. I think it's neat that the kids like doing this kind of stuff. I really do. They're always wanting to venture outside and do other things, and you know, anything to keep them out from front of the TV, I'm all game for. It does cost a little bit of money, but it does cost a little bit of money to purchase these things, but it's well worth it to get them outside, to get them to interact with other things. These are memories that the kids will never forget. I mean, Leighton and the kids have been talking about, the traps and the actual deer cams we've put out for the last month and a half. That's all they talk about. So I really enjoy it. It's taught my kids a lot to be out here on the creek. I will be glad when we're actually able to move out in the country and, get a lot more animals and just kind of raise our own animals and put a big garden outside. And, right now we're kind of limited to what we can have, but once we move out to the country, we can have just about anything that we want. So we're really looking forward to that, and we're hoping we get to do that soon. We found some land, so we're just waiting to see if we're going to be able to get together and actually build a house. I really look forward to just being able to, be out in the woods all by ourselves and just kind of get to do what we want. Let the kids, run and play and not have to worry about cars flying up and down the road. It's just scary to let your kids outside right now with as fast as cars drive up and down the road. As many of you know that I'm in law enforcement, and yesterday we got another call over the radio that we had a drowning. I say we, it's Turner Falls, it's the city of Davis, but it's within the county, and usually any calls, we try to respond and try to help. But this call come out as a drowning, which they got law enforcement there at the park and everything. When I arrived, they had several officers in the water trying to actually save this gentleman, but unfortunately the water was too deep. A lot of people don't realize how rescues and stuff work. So when the call comes out, you know, everybody responds. Davis got in the water. They had several officers in the water diving, trying to actually find this gentleman. After several minutes, almost 20 minutes had already passed, and they was unable to actually find him. So then the rescue stops, and that's when it turns into a recovery. And a lot of people get upset because there's officers around the water, you know, waiting on a dive team, because they've already contacted a dive team, and it takes a dive team 30-45 minutes to get there because they're coming from other towns. We are really lucky to have other agencies like the Chickasaw Light Horse that will actually work with us and help us out. You know, the Light Horse has even helped us at the sheriff's office on things, but the Chickasaw Light Horse has a actual dive team. So after the rescue ends, it then becomes into a recovery, like I said earlier. And then we sit and wait until the dive team gets there, you know, and it took about 45 minutes for them to get there, that's pretty good timing. You know, they're coming out of different towns 30-40 miles away. Just thankful we have access to things like that. They was in the water for approximately, I'd say, 5-10 minutes before they actually recovered the body. It happens every year that somebody jumps in the water and they drown, and it's very unfortunate. I mean, if you don't know how to swim, don't get in the water. And so, you know, news media and everything arrives, and like they do every time. I mean, the actual chief of police was getting a phone call before everybody even responded. He was actually responding when he got a phone call from the news wanting to know what's going on. He's not even there. That's what upsets me about the news. I mean, they want it so fast that just so they can get it on the air, and what they're going to do is they're going to turn it back on Turner Falls as it is their fault that this gentleman drowned. But Turner Falls has signs up, they have buoys up. I mean, they've even forced to where all kids have to actually wear life jackets to enter the water. And if you don't have a life jacket on, an officer or somebody will, you know, stop them, tell them to get out of the water and get a life jacket on. That's because several years back we had 7 or 8 drownings in 1 year. And, you know, you can make all these rules, but if they don't follow them, it's not going to work. I don't even watch the news hardly, but I bet you they've already got it up and posted. It's going to come back on in the comments or whatever that it's Turner Falls' fault. You know, they didn't have lifeguards on duty. They didn't have this. They didn't have that. When it's simple as this: if you don't know how to swim, don't jump in the water. And it's just, I get tired of hearing it and seeing it every year. Turner Falls is a beautiful place. I mean, if you've never seen Turner Falls, you really need to go check it out. It is extremely beautiful. It's one of the prettiest falls I've ever seen, which I haven't seen many falls, so I would say that. But, you know, they also had a drowning at Lake Texoma yesterday, so everybody's getting out, getting in the water. You know, it's just a sad deal. I don't know the details on the one in Lake Texoma. I know a fisherman actually was fishing and actually saw the body. So I don't know if that's going to be an actual drowning or if it's going to turn into a homicide. But I'm pretty sure they're treating it as a homicide, actually, you know, finding a body floating in the water. So anyways, Leighton's back with the bait. So we're going to bait these traps and get them set out.
Don't cheat, Daddy. Nicole, Daddy. Oh, that's deep down there. When you get closer, it's not that deeper. That's the thing you can't. Come on, do you want that deep? Not them. I will do. Oh, I thought they were big old bass.
That's cold. Yeah. Alright guys, I got the first one in out there. Leighton wouldn't do it. I think he was too scared.
No.
So I think he was scared of a snake or something.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
No.
I'm apparently homesteaded and under a branch they got a big old snake.
They did.
It was a copperhead.
There ain't no copperhead in the water. It'd be a water moccasin.
Yeah, water snake.
Water snake. We're going to move on down the creek and let Addison set hers. So let's go. I hope this is what we're supposed to be using for bait. If not, leave a comment below what kind of bait we're supposed to use. I'm just taking Leighton's word on this, so I hope he's right. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. As you've seen that video right there, we've already got a couple fish in the actual trap. So I guess Leighton was right about the bread. We're going to leave it down for today, and then we'll come back tomorrow and actually get the fish out of it. So I guess we better go ahead and get us an aquarium so we can actually put the fish inside of it. Let the kids watch them and grow and stuff. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching this video. If you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Check that notification bell, that way you don't miss any of our latest video. Thank you, and God bless you.